Welcome, friends and neighbors. Welcome to Songwriter in the House. This is the show that tries to get those songs out of your head and on the radio or somewhere you can hear them.
That's right.
I'm John Byrum, and I'll be your host tonight. Joining me is my co-host and the guy who makes all this possible, Mike Anderson. What's up, Slick?
How y'all doing?
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, I'm just about to freeze to death.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. It's colder than the other side of the pillow.
I tell you what, if it gets any colder, I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyway.
What is it they say? It's colder than a mother-in-law's kiss?
Something like that.
Oh, mercy me. Folks, what I want to say is, Mike and I are both big advocates about local talent and supporting your local talent and the artist.
Yes.
There's a lot of places you can see good music around here. You got Peach Street Grill, you got Ironworks Grill, you got Philadelphia, you got Smoking F Barbecue over there, killer place. You got the Porch up on Mecca Pike up in Tellico. So there's a lot of places to hear local talent, folks. We encourage you to go when they are playing and support our local artists. And tonight, folks, we've got a couple of special guests, Slick.
Yes, we do. Bill Hampton's going to be here.
Bill and I go back million years.
Long ways.
Actually, with the Hampton family, I go back longer than he does.
But we're excited to have Bill and I think Nathan
Minge
is
going
to be on the program too, from Audio Lane
Band.
And we're tickled to death to have them in the studio with us.
Absolutely, because this guy Nathan, I understand, is a songwriter extraordinaire,
and
we want to be talking to him a little bit. But again, folks, let's go out and support your local musicians. And coming up, we got a great show here for you. Okay, folks, as I mentioned in my opening statement, I've got a special treat for you tonight. I've got two members of a local band that some of you have probably heard. I've heard several times, and one of them's a really, really good friend of mine, an old friend. Please welcome to Songwriter in the House, my good friend Bill Hampton, and the guitar player for Audio Lane Band, Nathan Minge. Welcome, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Glad to be here.
Good. Thank you for being here, Nathan. I see you understand. You're in Etowah, right? I understand.
Yeah, I'm in Etowah.
You're in Etowah. Good old McMinn County boy. Well, folks, I know recently you guys have made a big change because you guys were from two different bands, were you not?
Yes, sir.
Now, Nathan, what was the name of the band you were in?
The band that I had was called Audio Kings.
Audio Kings. And Bill, you were in Jagger Lane.
Yes, sir.
I dig that name, man. I told you that. I dig that name.
It's a pretty cool name.
And so, but you guys have now joined forces and therefore kind of taken your name and put it together. So now you're the Audio Lane Band. Is that correct?
Yeah. We tried a whole, array of names, but we ended up doing what we thought made sense. And put the two names together.
As long as it works.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the band members, you've got Nathan. Now, Nathan, you're a guitar player. By the way, folks, a very good guitar player. I've seen him play several times. And vocals, you do some of the vocals too, right?
A little bit of them, yeah.
Well, how long have you been playing?
See if my math is any good. Started playing when I was 4, and I'm 42 now, so.
Wow, 38 years.
There you go.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's real cool, actually. And has it always been rock and roll? I mean, I've seen your chops, man. You got some rock chops there.
I'm strongest with rock. I've got a blues rock background, but I'm also versed in country and other genres.
Oh yeah. Well, if you're from here, you got to be, right?
Yeah.
Bill, how about you, man? I mean, by the way, folks, I've known Bill since forever. His dad and I go back, the late, great Harold Hampton, go back many, many years. I've done some shows with your dad, but how long you been doing this music thing?
Growing up with my dad, I've always been around music. I started singing with his band. That was Bob Brackett and the Country Raiders.
Oh, beautiful Bob.
Late 60s, early 70s. I'm selling my age here. But no, it's just something that's been going on forever, all my life. I don't remember not singing. And when I got older, I went against the grain a little bit. Dad was all country.
Oh, yeah.
The old country stuff, and Chet Atkins gets the style picker, but he played the CCR, and stuff like that back in the day. But in my high school days, I dabbed around with little bands. Didn't do a whole lot, but we had bands.
Hey, that's where you got to start somewhere.
One of the guys would have been, a lot of people know him from around here in Monroe County. His named Kevin
Oh
Abernathy.
yeah, he's
we
quite
did
an artist.
We did some stuff together. Ted Rogers, there's another local guy they're still making music. And I dabbled in a couple of bands when I was in the Air Force, and then took a long break from it, and then in my 40s I got started back into it.
Wow. So playing in the Air Force, Slick was an Air Force band. He played in bands with the Air Force, and you played with George Strait, right?
No kidding. That's
he did.
Way before
he was well known. Well, when George Strait was not so straight.
Yeah, okay.
He used to play some of them rough places like I did.
That's pretty cool because, like I said, I knew your dad, and I played with him a lot. Well, Nathan, when did you realize? You said you started playing when you were 4?
Yeah.
Holy cow! I didn't even know what a guitar was when I was 4 years old.
You're beating on little toy guitars, and then my dad had come in and seen me beating on his acoustic, and he goes, "All right, I'm going to start teaching you." He showed me the chords one time when he caught me picking around on his guitar.
Yeah.
And then the next day he asked me if I remembered the chords, and I did. And he goes, "Well, all right, there you go."
There you go. You're ready. Off to the races. How old were you when you got in your first band?
I was actually 12 when I got my first band.
That's cool. Mike and I were about that age when we started the Surfers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. And you've been doing it ever since, and you'll be doing it till the day you die, I bet.
Beyond that.
Beyond that. Let's talk about your other band members for just a minute. Now, you got a great drummer, a guy named Roger Reed.
Roger Reeves, yes.
Now, was he with your band or was he with the audio?
He was with Nathan's band.
He was with Nathan's band.
Mm-hmm.
The guy can play, man. He's good.
Mm-hmm.
He's very good. And you got Josh Gardner on the guitar.
Yeah, Josh was also with Audio Kings, and Josh actually played in a version of Jagger Lane also.
Oh, did he really?
Yes, and he's a good kid, good guitar player.
Yeah, I told you the story. I walked into Ironworks Grill when you guys were up there playing, and I looked across the room, and there he was playing that reverb guitar. And I went, "Oh, I know what that is." And he's a great kid. I enjoyed talking to him and getting to know him a little bit better. And then you got Greg Smith on the bass.
Yep. Greg and I actually met auditioning for a country band, and we found out we had some ties to some other musicians in the area, and so he and I kind of hit it off. And he's one of those guys that you can't give him anything that he can't handle. I mean, he's a good one.
And he sings. He does some vocals.
He does some vocals. Yeah, he's the country bone in the band.
Oh, you can tell by the way he plays. He's got that bass lick down.
Yes, sir.
He really does. And you've got a new member going to be coming on with you, a guy that's we're familiar with, Slick and I. We've actually had him on this show, a guy named Rob Ashcraft.
Yes, Rob and I met a couple of years back, and through another local musician by the name of B.J. Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
He's a drummer. And B.J. had played some with the Bo Ashby band.
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
And so one thing led to another. And, sometimes you're busy with your band. Sometimes things happen. You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
And so we teamed up, and he played some keyboard. And I actually did sound for him a time or two, when he had another band. We had an event going on locally, and we just got to know each other, and we got a lot of respect for each other.
Oh yeah, Rob's a good guy.
He's a big he's a songwriter. He does a lot of his own stuff, but he took a little time off, and then when he was ready to play live, he reached out to me. So right now everything's working good, and I don't see why it would be any different. Adding keyboards is always a great thing.
Oh yeah, every band needs a good keyboard.
So player. Much more you can do with that.
Yeah, he, the times I've seen you before, you guys sounded awesome, and having Rob as part of this is going to make you more awesome.
Well, another thing that makes this really good about the band is Rob does a lot of different instruments. Nathan is a great drummer.
Really,
he can play anything. So these guys, if we need to, we can mingle things up and just make a lot of stuff happen where we would have to,
right.
step aside and wait on something to happen or whatever. But so far, everything is really working well with this group.
Well, here's a question for whoever wants to answer. When you guys get together to determine what songs you're going to play, what's the process of going through that? Do you talk about it? Is somebody bring an idea in, everybody go, yeah, no, or, how do you do that? What's your process?
The thing, I'll go first. That's okay, Nathan. When Nathan and I first brought this thing together, we were both in a kind of a lull, I guess, with our bands, and Nathan private messaged me, and we started talking, and I pulled out all the set list from Jagger Lane. He pulled out the set list from Audio Kings, and we just started throwing things together. Well, we'll do this, this works for me, this works for you, and all that. And it actually was it was pleasant.
Yep.
And it was worked out very well. And sometimes, when you work with guys, they don't want to do over a couple of songs a week, and stuff like that.
Right.
But these guys, my goodness, you throw out a dozen songs and they come to practice and they're prepped. They're ready to
roll.
go, So
you can tell by the way they play. Nathan, how do you handle when you disagree on something? How do you guys handle that? You just talk it out, or you go out in the yard and throw hands, or?
We'll usually blame the drummer.
Oh, of course. That's the stock answer right there.
Drummer's fault. And the drummer will blame it on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. You play a Les Paul, so,
But we're trying to do a very pleasant variety of a lot of songs to please all of the people that it could be at, whatever venue. Sometimes we will cater to a certain venue to do, more dance, and
right.
maybe this one's a little more rock, this one's a little more country, but we're blessed to be able to do that kind of variety.
Well, when the last time I was up there to see you guys up at Ironworks, you blew me away with that Pink Floyd stuff, man. Yeah. I almost wanted to get up out of my seat and hold my cigarette lighter up, and light. It was really, really good. Nathan, what kind of, I know you said you talked about you could play rock, you had the rock chops, and I knew that, by the way, because of the way you hold your guitar. It's like kind of low slung down there.
Mm-hmm.
I dig that, man. That looks good.
More so wearing it down, just the way it's not sitting at an angle when I'm playing.
Yeah, I hear you. And you also play a Les Paul and a Strat, don't you?
Yeah, and Telecaster and whatever else I can get my hands on. I one specific guitar. It's kind of like an artist. Each one is a different paintbrush. It's a different color.
Yeah, I get it, buddy. I get it. I've been there. I own 8 of them, so yeah. I know what you're saying. Man can never have too many guitars, by the way. What are some of the favorite places that you've played in?
Locally here is Double C. I've always enjoyed playing there.
Yep.
Several years back, got to play both of the Harley Davidson shops in Knoxville.
Yep. Smoky Mountain.
For the original lineup of Audio Kings, long before the previous lineup, we'd actually go down to Helen, Georgia and play.
Because I know here, Nathan, you're the songwriter we got here tonight, right?
Yes. You're
the guy. What inspires you when you write your songs? Where does that come from?
I have no clue. I could sit around with a guitar and I can come up with music all day long. That's no problem. I've always struggled coming up with lyrics. One of the ones that we have, actually, we had finished it during Audio Kings, and it was actually Roger Reeves, the drummer, and Josh's dad, Joe, actually helped finish the lyrics to the song.
Okay. It's good to have somebody bounce stuff off of. Mike and I do that. When we write songs together, I'm not a good music guy. I can write the lyrics, but I'll send them to him and say, hey, put some music to this. And we share ideas back and forth. So I know it's great to have somebody like that to bounce stuff off of. Now, are you guys have got some that you're working on currently that you're going to play out in public anytime soon?
One of the songs that we have, we're already playing out.
Okay, what song is that?
A song called "Why Did You Go?"
Why Did You Go? And you wrote that one?
Yeah.
What was your inspiration? Is there a story behind that?
Yeah. Another band that I was in at the time, we were just jamming the music. A couple weeks later, we were at a show and just started jamming the music. I started singing stuff, and then the next week at rehearsal, I remembered everything I sang. It's like, well, there's the song.
Wow.
Brought it with me.
That's about as easy as it gets, huh?
Yeah. I loved this song the first time I heard it. And those goes, well, we've got another one because we'd been doing the song called "Go On." It's the one they wrote, and it's Nathan's got a great voice, and I'm all about the harmony, so I got to work with him a little bit on the harmony. And he said, "Well, we've got this other one," and then he mentioned this song here, and I mean, right off, I loved it.
It was a good deal.
Yeah.
Because I know we're going to talk about here in a few minutes this gig you got coming up at the Tellico Village Yacht Club.
Yeah.
And you guys going to be playing those songs up there?
Yeah. We'll do them both up there.
Well, we're going to be talking about that in a few minutes. But right now, we're going to take a little sponsor break. So stay tuned for this new ad we got coming up here, and we'll be back as soon as it's over. Stay tuned.
Sam Ash is now an official affiliate partner of our program, Songwriter in the House, right here on the Mike Anderson Productions YouTube channel, and we are certainly proud to have them. You can access the world's largest online inventory of musical instruments and gear with a heritage that goes back to 1924 and over 50,000 products on their website. Sam Ash is the place for all the instruments and accessories a musician could possibly ever need. They have a large selection of acoustic and electric guitars, basses, drums, amplifiers, keyboards, microphones, band and orchestral instruments, DJ gear and studio setups, electronics and recording software. Best of all, you'll be assured to receive the same knowledgeable service that Sam Ash has given its customers since their 125-year inception. That's a long time.
Long time. Almost as old as we are.
Almost, but not quite.
Not quite.
Look for the Sam Ash Music link in the description below and help support this channel. Remember, when you make purchases using the link, it won't cost you anything extra, but you'll be helping keep this channel alive.
Amen,
right?
brother. Amen.
So samash.com, visit them today.
Well, wow, that was something else. Now that was recorded down at the
Double C. in
Double C.
Athens.
Yeah. Randy
Randy Croft.
Randy Croft and Stephanie. They own the place.
Yeah.
There.
Good pals of mine. They got a great place down there.
Yes, they do.
If you've never been,
Need to go
visit.
Yeah, I know Randy very well. Him and Stephanie are good people. Now, when you get up on stage like that, do you have anything planned to do on stage, like an act, or you just go up there and play your songs and just do what comes natural?
For me, it's pretty much all ad lib. It's just whatever the music makes you do. You know.
Have you found out that depending on what venue you're playing in, that kind of lets you know what kind of music those folks like? I mean, the folks at the Double C probably wouldn't like the same songs that you're going to play at the Tellico Yacht Club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does have a lot to do with it. The Yacht Club in this area is they're really about the dance.
Yeah,
those folks want to dance, and they take advantage of it from the first note.
Yeah.
You know? So we like to do a lot of, even going back and getting the old Mustang Sallies, and stuff like that. They want to hear that. And if they don't, they'll let you know.
Oh, I'll bet you. Especially Tellico Village. I bet you they'll let you know.
Yeah, it's a great place. Great place.
Yeah, I've never been in the place. I never have. So I'm looking forward to your show up there. I'm going to be there.
Yeah, 31st of this month.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that right before we close. But Nathan, let me ask you this. We were talking about all these songs. Do you have a favorite song that you like to play?
I do, but I ain't got a clue which one it is because I like them all.
I know he's a big Richie Sambora fan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's a big Richie Sambora fan. He likes to play in that stuff.
Oh, I'm telling you, Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's his T-shirt. Well, he's a heck of a player, man. He can play. What's the most memorable, and I'm going to leave this open to either one of you, what's the most memorable interaction you've ever had with a fan? Somebody's come to see you play. Is there anything that sticks out that says, this person did this or this person did that?
Years ago, I had long hair. Now, as you can see, I don't. So it don't grow there anymore. So that's why I just. But anyhow, was playing one place, and there was a girl that was dancing. She had a hula hoop, and was a real good dancer, and done a lot of pretty cool things with the hula hoop. And I just shaved my head. I didn't know if I liked it or not. And we're playing, and she goes up to each one of the members and starts dancing with them. As she makes a round, she comes over to me. She's dancing, rubbing, nothing crazy, but she starts rubbing my head, and there it was. So
that's funny. What about you, Bill?
It's hard to say what it does to any musician to see people out dancing and having a good time.
Oh yeah, makes a difference, doesn't it?
And that's it's just it's heartwarming, and I mean, hey, this is what we do, and this is the result. And when folks come up and say, "Hey, man, you guys sound great," and even though we don't own the rights to most any of the songs, we work pretty hard to put them together to play for folks.
Oh,
so and just for people to say, "Hey, we appreciate you." I mean, it's always right back at you. We feel the same way.
So what's in the future for Audio Lane? Where do you guys go from here?
I would like to get into some some more Knoxville venues.
Oh yeah,
Oak Ridge,
bunch of them,
and stuff like that. I've been lucky enough to play with some guys earlier, like Nathan was mentioning some of the earlier versions of Jagger Lane. We played anywhere from Morristown to Chattanooga, and some decent venues, but we're looking, and we're always wanting to expand, and basically wherever folks are wanting to dance and have a good time, that's where we want to be.
That's where you want to be. Real quick before we go out of here, let's talk about Tellico Village Yacht Club. When is that?
It's January 31st.
Is that open to the public?
Yes, it's open. Skylar and the staff up there, they're great. They take good care of you, and they want you to come see them.
And that's right up there off 444.
Yes,
Between
in the
Route
village.
72 and Lenore City.
In the village.
Delco
Just
Village.
watch for the signs. And Blue Heron is, I think, the name of the restaurant.
Right.
So they'll be kind of tagged together with the yacht club.
What's the cover to get in that place? You know?
There's no cover.
No cover. You just walk in.
Walk in and
Guys,
dance your shoes off.
Hey, folks, for you guys out there in the audience that haven't heard these guys, you don't know what you're missing. You really got to go up there and hear these guys. They're really, really good. And they've got a bright future in this business. So with that, any last words you'd like to say to your audience out there, guys? Nathan, how about you?
Can't wait to get out there. Can't wait to see y'all there.
Awesome. Bill?
Yeah, just keep up with us on Facebook. We'll always be putting dates out there that we're coming up, and we're going to be looking for all the old familiar faces, and bring a carload with you.
And a whole bunch of new ones. Well, guys, my name's John Byrum, and for Mike Anderson, for Bill Hampton, and for Nathan Minge, this is a wrap on Songwriter in the House. We are out of here. Thanks, fellas.